Good day, everyone. So, our topic for today is all about men and masculinities. Okay, masculinity is not a one size fits all identity. It is shaped by culture, society, and personal experience. In the Philippines, notions of what it means to be a man are often influenced by traditions, religion, media, and even family upbringing. So, this lesson explores how different types of masculinities exist, how they influence men's behavior and self image, and how these impact relationships, gender equality, and overall well being in Philippine society. Okay, so let's first talk about this concept, which is understanding masculinity in the Philippine context. So, in Filipino culture, traditional masculinity is often associated with being matapang, macho, tahimik, and haligi ng tahanan. So let's first talk about matapang or brave. So society expects men to be fearless and strong in facing challenges. So boys or men are taught to be courageous in difficult or scary situations. Just like, for example, a boy standing up to a bully instead of running away. So that is the first expectation. Next one is um, a man or a boy is expected to be macho or physically strong. Being physically tough and strong is an important part of being seen as a man. Men are often expected to do hard physical work or sports. Just like, for example, men helping with lifting heavy objects or playing basketball competitively. Next expectation is being tahimik or silent or emotionally reserved. So men are often encouraged not to show emotions or cry because it is seen as weakness or feminine. So boys hear phrases like boys don't cry to keep their feelings inside. Just like, for example, a boy doesn't cry when hurt or sad in front of others. Kay lagi ingnon og bayot bakaron or weak or feminine. Okay, next expectation is haligi ng tahanan or pillar of the home. So men are expected to be the main provider and protector of the family, responsible for the family's financial support and safety. Just like, for example, fathers are working hard to provide money for food, bills, and education. So these traits are often praised and expected of boys from a young age. They are taught not to cry, to take charge, and to avoid anything perceived as feminine. And these expectations show the common cultural expectations about what it means to be a man in the Philippines. It explains the typical traits society praises and expects men to have, like bravery, I mean, like bravery, strength, emotional reserve, and being the family provider. Again, remember, these are learned ideas, but not the only way to be a man. Next concept is we are going to talk about toxic masculinity and its harm. Okay, so toxic masculinity occurs when traditional male roles are taken to harmful extremes. Traits like dominance, aggression, and emotional suppression are seen as manly, while vulnerability is viewed as weakness. So, here are the effects of toxic masculinity. First, higher rates of violence and aggression, like domestic abuse. Okay, so when men are pressured to always be tough and dominant, some express it through violence, domestic abuse, such as fighting or, yeah, abuse. Just like, for example, a man using anger to solve conflicts in the family. Next one, mental health issues due to suppressed emotions. Kaya 'di ba dapat dili magpakita og weakness ang lalaki, so masuppress ang ilang emotion. So mental health issues due to suppressed emotions. When men are taught not to show feelings, they might feel lonely, depressed or anxious but have no outlet, wala sila kagawsan sa ilahang ang pain nga na feel, so they have no outlet to express their pain. Just like for example, a man feeling very stressed but refusing to talk about his problems. Kay lagi they nasuppress ang ilahang emotion. Dili sila dapat magpakita og weakness sa ubang tao. Next one is homophobia and discrimination against LGBTQIA plus individuals. Okay, men who do not fit the expected manly behavior may face ridicule or bullying, which harms them and others. Just like, for example, a boy being bullied for acting differently or having different interests. Next one, the last one is pressure to be financially dominant even when struggling. So men feel the need to earn money and be the head of the household even when it is difficult, which causes them stress and anxiety. Just like for example, a father working many jobs because he feels responsible for all family expenses. So in short, this concept, the toxic masculinity and its harm, explains that when these traditional expectations are taken to an extreme, they become harmful or toxic. So, toxic masculinity pushes men to hide their emotions, be aggressive, and feel pressured to always be dominant, which cause problems like violence, mental health struggles, and discrimination. Next concept is alternative and inclusive masculinities. Okay, so not all masculinities are toxic or oppressive. There are men who first cry openly. So men are allowed and encouraged to share their feelings and cry without judgment. Kay tao man pud sila. Dili lang kay ang babae lang ang pwede maghilak. Okay, just like for example, a man crying when he feels overwhelmed or sad. Okay, next one. Share household responsibilities. Men participate in chores like cooking, cleaning, and caring for children, showing equality at home. Just like, for example, fathers helping to um, bath or feed the children, or kanang magtabang sa mga trabahoon sa balay. Dili lang kay ang babae. Okay? Next is advocate for gender equality. So men support equal rights and fair treatment for women and LGBTQIA plus people. Just like for example, men when men encouraging men to speak up or take leadership roles. Next one is express themselves without fear of judgment. So men are free to dress, speak, or behave in ways that feel natural for them without worrying about stereotypes. Just like, for example, a man wearing colors or styles that are not traditionally considered masculine. Di ba? Napiuban nga, moingon nga, dapat ang mga lalaki dili mag-wear og pink kay dapat pang babae ra na siya. So dili na siya mauha. That is just an expectation. Yeah, society expectations. So in short, these are examples of inclusive masculinities which allow men to express their full humanity. So, in short, this concept, the alternative and inclusive masculinities, introduces healthier and more inclusive ways of being a man. It shows that men can express emotions just like women and share responsibilities, support gender equality, and be themselves without fear. It encourages breaking away from harmful stereotypes. And the last one, the last concept is masculinities and gender equality. Okay, recognizing diverse expressions of masculinity helps first dismantle rigid gender roles. Just like, for example, boys and girls both allowed to try sports, arts, cooking, or any activity they like. Dili kay moingon ka nga kini nga bulahaton dapat lang ni sa mga babae, kini kay dapat lang ni sa mga lalaki. So boys and girls are allowed to try sports, arts, cooking, or any activities they like. Next one is promote healthier relationships. When men express emotions and share responsibilities, relationships can become more respectful and loving. Just like, for example, couples talking openly about feelings and sharing household chores. Next one is create safer environments for LGBTQIA plus individuals. Okay. Accepting diverse masculinities helps reduce bullying and discrimination. Just like, for example, schools supporting students regardless of gender identity. The last one is support mental health awareness. So, encouraging men to talk about emotions and seek help prevents mental health struggles. So, say for example, there are campaigns that tell men that it is okay to ask for therapy or speak about their feelings. So, schools, families, media, and workplaces all play a role in reshaping how masculinity is perceived. So, this concept, the masculinities and gender equality, highlights that recognizing diverse masculinities helps improve society by breaking down strict gender roles, promoting healthier relationships, creating safer spaces for LGBTQIA plus people, and supporting men's mental health. It calls for collective efforts from families, schools, media, and workplaces to change old ideas. Okay, so before I end my discussion, let me wrap it up for all of you. Masculinity in the Philippines is shaped by culture, tradition, and modern social changes. While traditional masculinity emphasizes strength and emotional control, it can also lead to toxic behaviors. It is essential to recognize that masculinity is diverse and that men should be free to express themselves beyond societal expectations. So, promoting inclusive masculinities benefits everyone: men, women, and even the LGBTQIA plus community by fostering what? Respect, equality, and well being. So, that's all for our lesson for today. Thank you for listening.